So there's been a lot of questions with relation to the GTSR in the picture here. Here's a slight video of us approaching the guy's house. Clearly it wasn't the first time we went there that this video was taken, but this next picture is the first picture I ever saw of the car. A friend of mine asked me if it was a genuine car, and I asked him to take a photo of the VIN number. No one was home at the time, but the bonnet was up as seen in the photo. Got this photo sent to me, and yeah, it's a genuine car. It was at that point my friend kept going back to the property until he could meet up with the owner. The father of the owner was at the property, but the son was somewhat hard to get a hold of. So it took nearly a month to buy the car, and my friend had known that I wanted one of these for quite some time, and he wouldn't tell me where it was because he wanted the opportunity to buy it and then resell it to me. The owner at the time, the original owner, did decide to sell it to my friend, and then shortly after he went through a separation. So quite literally for 3 years this car was owned by a friend of mine and literally put into a storage container. The day it left the property on the tow truck to the day it was being loaded onto the truck to my place, my friend hadn't actually seen the car in 3 years. So during that separation, as friends do, lose contact, things happen, blah 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 blah. Anyway, so Christmas time last year, we made contact again and I was able to purchase the car. What's the story with the original owner? So as it turns out, he was a breeder of macaws. Back in the 90s, macaws were quite expensive, still are, and he was hand rearing them, hence he had enough cash to buy this car. He wasn't a car sort of guy from my understanding. Went into the shop and paid cash for it. A couple of years later, there's a book written about him, that he'd been arrested by the Australian Federal Police and the National Parks and Wildlife Service with relation to smuggling macaws. So I'm led to believe that he wasn't guilty, and I'm led to believe that he had AFP police officers charged for corruption in the process of getting him arrested. However, the car was parked because it was something that drew attention to him. In that time, it sat for 20 odd years with the bonnet up, as you can see here. It's quite deteriorated in the paint and so on and so forth. If you follow my channel, I'll share some of the things that I've done differently to get rid of that rust. At the end of the day, the guy was quite unfortunate with the police picking on him because he looked like he was doing well. It's not always the case, but sometimes it is. But yeah, the car was parked up because he was arrested, but he's in full knowledge that we have the car. There was claims that we had stolen the car, which is not a thing. We've actually been back and seen him since. Here's a video of my son and I starting the car for the first time.
Smile for the camera, dude. Wave. All right, go. When you're ready.
please like and subscribe, and I'll share in the next video how we went about fixing the camber issue.